Hello, video game lovers. So, today I'm going to make another video, and this is going to be about E3, the big event all of us gamers wait for. 1 week from this video being posted, E3 will have finally happened. Really, let that sink in. Isn't that crazy? 1 week, we will finally know so many things about games I'm looking forward to, such as Pokemon Sun and Moon, and Pokemon just really in general, like hopefully the species of Pokemon that will be exclusive to the Alola region. Hopefully we will learn more about the Alola region in general. I would like to learn about hopefully maybe the enemy team, the criminal organization we're going to have to take down. And hopefully more about the starters. I mean, I would say that's a bit of a stretch, whether or not we're going to actually see their next evolution. But more than likely no, but hopefully just we can learn a little bit more about them. That'd be kind of cool. And most importantly, because the event, I know it's going to be dedicated mostly to The Legend of Zelda, I want to know finally the title. What is it going to be called? And I want to know more about, why Link doesn't have his tunic yet. I mean, and obviously the answer is that part takes place in the beginning of the game before he has his tunic, but the weapon, what's up with the bow and arrow? It looks kind of futuristic. The energy it creates, crap like that. What is the conflict? What makes Link be Link and get into the conflict and get into the situations that would make him become the hero? And where would this be in the timeline? Is this during the child era, the adult era? Like what exactly is going on? And I want to know, what is Zelda going to do? Is she going to be more important? Is she going to have more of a role in this game? Because one of the main things I know, I think his name's like Eiichi, I can't pronounce it. Yeah, Eiji Aonuma, one of the main, directors for Zelda, has stated he wants this game to be for what this generation of video games is, to be what Ocarina of Time was for Zelda back in the 90s. How it had such a huge impact on the Zelda series to the point really almost every single 3D Zelda game up to now has built off of Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time has basically been the base, what every game kind of is based off of and revolves off of, and then branches off into its own unique concepts. The one most guilty of using Ocarina of Time as the base, what it's revolving around, is ironically my favorite Zelda game, Twilight Princess. It is, I look up comparisons of the temples. It is extremely heavily influenced by Ocarina of Time. Hell, it's arguably the most intertwined with Ocarina of Time. It's been confirmed by the Hyrule Historia that the dead hero that helps out Link in Ocarina of Time, in Twilight Princess, actually is from Ocarina of Time. The dead hero is actually the Ocarina of Time / Majora's Mask Link, but dead, and he helps Link in Twilight Princess. So that one's obviously the most Ocarina of Time influenced. And that's what I want to know, if this is going to be influenced by Twilight Princess, because that's another thing that he mentioned. This is going to be influenced by Twilight Princess to an extent, because they even have freaking pictures of screenshots of the Wii U game in Twilight Princess HD. So this is already being a kind of hint that this game is going to be influenced somehow by Twilight Princess. And this is supposed to break all the conventions, everything we know about 3D Zelda and be a brand new experience. Some people speculated that we might even get voice acting for the first time ever in Zelda, and for me, that's like 50-50. It could go either way. It could be a really cool addition, or it could be bad. See, the way I would like it is, okay, see, for those of you who are watching and you don't know, I don't see how you wouldn't, but if you don't, the Hylians speak their own language. In Legend of Zelda, yeah, when you read the text, you know, depending on where you live, obviously it's going to read English or French or Italian or Japanese. The text is going to be that way, but the characters are supposed to be speaking their own language. So what I would like is to further emphasize that even more. Do what they did in Skyward Sword, which is, at one point, Zelda is actually singing a song that's part of the game, and it's something called like Ballad of the Goddess, and the voice actress for Zelda is actually singing that song, and you actually get to hear her sing the lyrics. So for that moment in the game, we are actually hearing Hylian, so that's kind of cool. So I would like that. They did something kind of like that in Twilight Princess. Midna actually is speaking not a gibberish language, but actually English, believe it or not. Her voice actress is just getting all the sounds of her words scrambled, and that's how she sounds the way she does in Twilight Princess. In fact, there's actually a video, I can't remember what it was, but there was a video I found that actually shows that if you actually unscramble her words, at one point the voice actress says, "Let me lend you my power," something like that. So if we had that, or we could just, you know, maybe get English voice actors but then scramble what they're saying, you know, that could work too. So if voice acting is in Zelda for the first time ever, that's how I would like it. Make it everyone has their own language, because Zelda has such a unique lore to it. And unlike a lot of other Nintendo franchises, this one feels like it has its own culture. You know, like everyone has their own race, their own tribe, their own, you know, ethnicity. So them having their own language would just help, you know, further cement that sort of touch of just realism. That this feels like a place with a lot of depth. You know what I mean? So that's what I want to know. If we're gonna have voice acting, because there's some speculation that we might have that. Other speculation is that we might have a girl Link. So all those little jokes about, you know, what if Zelda was a girl? We're technically getting that, if the rumors are true. I don't know how to feel about that. Like, cause see, I always thought like the mythology of Zelda was that especially because they tried to establish this in Skyward Sword, that the hero would be destined to be the hero by being born with the spirit of the hero, and this forces the person to be reincarnated as a boy. Whereas I know that's Link, and Zelda is a descendant of one of the goddesses that made Hyrule, if I remember right, so she would just naturally, instantly be born a girl by having the blood of the goddess in her. So because of that, those two things kind of locked the gender. That we set to that. Unless I'm misinterpreting it, unless I'm interpreting it wrong, that curse set by, you know, spoilers, demise, locked them into those genders. Link, spirit of the hero, he's a guy. Zelda, blood of the goddess, she's a girl. So unless they expand on the lore even more and try to pull an Avatar: The Last Airbender where the hero can just reincarnate into either gender over and over and over and over, like how they do with the Avatar cycle, then I can see that making sense. That like something happened, I don't know, and the spirit of the hero just like maybe we have a hero, spirit of the hero that has a little bit of the goddess mixed in, like the blood of the goddess is mixed into the spirit of the hero or whatever, and that's how you get a girl Link. I don't know. So if that rumor is true, I would like to see how they try to incorporate that into the lore, if they even do at all. They might just put some BS and be like, oh, we just got a girl this time, that's all. We just got a girl. No real reason, even though for like how many years Zelda's been out, it's been a guy. That doesn't matter. It's just a girlfriend. It's just a girl now. No reason. I would be kind of bummed out if this rumor is true, and if they pulled that, but they don't even try to incorporate it into the lore. That would kind of bum me out, you know. Another thing I'd like to know, that I've heard rumors on as well, that I would like to see confirmation, is if this takes place in a doomed era where Hyrule has been taken over, and whether it's, you know, the Gerudo or some other ancient tribe that's tried to take over Hyrule, that they succeed and Link has to go and start a rebellion and try to take back Hyrule and try to restore them as the rulers of that current, you know, territory. Some people have speculated that it's actually a theory that HMK made, and I think it's a really, really cool theory. I think that would be kind of interesting to have that as a story, because as far as I know, that has not been done in Zelda before, where you kind of have already failed. The hero does not get to save the day, the kingdom is already kind of screwed, and you have to try to take it back. I think that would be kind of unique, and that'd be really, really cool to have, because I don't think that's been done yet. If it has, then I haven't played it, you know. Since Zelda's going to be the main focus of E3, if I remember right, yeah, because Nintendo has said that they are going to show. If you heard my phone, if you heard a noise, that was my phone. But yeah, they're going to show Zelda for the most part. It's not going to be playable, but they are going to show other things, and they will be playable if I remember right. Yeah. They're going to have some games playable at E3. The Legend of Zelda will not be. And another theory I would like to finally have clarified is what's going on with the Sheikah. The book that Link has and one of the screenshots and the concept art for Zelda Wii U and Zelda NX, that's going to come out for the NX too. Probably going to be the last Wii U game, the last hurrah, the Wii U. Kind of sad. That's what I'm thinking, because I mean, the Wii U is gonna die, let's face it, you know. But anyway, the Sheikah, I think, are gonna play a big role. Hopefully, we will finally have a lot of depth to the Sheikah and learn more about this tribe. Why are they so loyal to Hyrule? How did they start their relationship with the Hylians? You know, crap like that. Because Link has his book with the Eye of the Sheikah tribe, the symbol of the Sheikah tribe on that book. It's appeared in almost, I think, like all of the concept art for Zelda Wii U, and it's on Link and a lot of the screenshots. So clearly, this book is going to have a lot of importance to the game. That's what I'm thinking, because that's usually how it is. Whenever Link gets an item, it plays a very big role in the game, for the most part. Because Twilight Princess did some BS where you got like a mace and you use it maybe like once or twice, and that was it. But obviously, since it involves the Sheikah, they're not going to do that kind of crap. So what I'd like to know is this Link going to be involved with the Sheikah? Like, could he be a descendant of the Sheikah and not Hylian for once? That would be kind of cool. Because even parts of his clothes, they remind me a little bit of Ganondorf and the typical Gerudo, like, design, like for Ganondorf in Ocarina of Time. That's sort of like square, kind of like line design on his clothes, like towards his sleeves, and you see that on him or Zelda Wii U. So I'd like to know where his connections, what is his lineage, you know, is he just some random villager that lives outside of Hyrule, like how he was in Twilight Princess? or does he have a descendant of royalty? You know, that'd be kind of cool if he was either connected to Zelda, like he was part of the Hylian royal family. I think that'd be kind of cool too, because as far as I know, that's not been done before either. Because remember, this is going to be the Zelda game that breaks away from everything we know about Zelda in 3D. All the cliches, all the stereotypes, all the little things we know about Zelda as a 3D adventure dungeon game is going to change with this game, according to HD Onuma. So that's what I want to know. I want to know what is going on with this game. I want to have all the details. And by the way, if you heard any beeping or any other noise, that's because my freaking Facebook is going off. Anyway, that is what I would like to know. I want to have all of these issues and other things addressed in E3. And going back to Pokemon Sun and Moon for a bit, I want to know also, how are the legendaries going to be important to the story, like how they always are. I want to know the legend of these legendaries. You know, like what does the Sun Pokemon Soligato do? Aside from being, you know, the beast that devours the moon. Like, is he a protector of Alola? You know, like, what does he do? Kind of like how Ho-Oh would appear, and he would be like a sign of happiness or peace or whatever. And you know, then we have Rayquaza, and Rayquaza would help calm down Kyogre, and oh god, my mind went blank, but you know, yeah. It's not Zygarde. Zygarde is that stupid Z Pokemon that we thought was gonna be cool and have his own game for Pokemon X and Y, but he never got one. But yeah, Kyogre and the red one. Like, I just cannot remember. I never could remember his name, to be honest. I never could. But yeah, you know, Rayquaza would always stop them from doing whatever and destroying the Pokemon world. So then what are the Sun and Moon Pokemon going to do? Are they going to get into conflict with each other? Are they just going to be used as weapons like in X and Y, you know? I want to know more about these games. And hey, maybe they might surprise us and even show some games they haven't told the public about yet. That's what I like. I like, you know, when Nintendo throws a curveball and we get something we didn't know about, like how E3 last year. Yeah, we knew a little bit about Star Fox Zero, but we never really got to see it, and then it pops up, you know what I mean? So that's what I like about E3 for Nintendo. I really hope this is going to be a good year. This is going to be, sadly, the first year without Iwata. That's going to be really sad. But, you know, it's been a while. You know, he's not here. So we gotta just press on and do E3. And lastly, I want to address my concerns with them. Presentation is very important. I remember people were freaking out over the Muppets, the little puppets they were using, you know, to tie into Star Fox Zero, and how Shigeru Miyamoto has said before that puppets were a very, very big influence and very big part of Star Fox, and that's why for the box art for Star Fox 64, they actually got puppets. They actually had someone make puppets for the characters and had that, you know, to represent them. And then they, you know, said that again for Star Fox Zero, and then, you know, even the advertising for Star Fox Zero was done with the puppets. So you can tell that that was obviously a tie-in, you know, a little nod to that. But that also upset a lot of people and made it feel like that made Nintendo look even more kiddie than they already are. They already have that enough of a reputation for that, and now they're going to hammer that in even more by using puppets. I, as someone who appreciates art, feel like puppets don't have to be associated with kids. They are, but it's really in the end just a form of creation. Just like how with 3D art, you can use clay to make something. With puppetry, you're using cloth, foam, I guess, and, well, not foam, but I don't know. But you're using felt. That was what I meant to say, felt. You're using felt, you're using cloth, you're using tons of material to craft a doll, to create a little person. So someone who just appreciates art in general, I don't see it as something that's exclusively for kids. If that stereotype would just go away, it could be used for more than that. Heck, there was even a movie called The Dark Crystal, and that was, I think, like PG-13, and that was done with puppets. So the point is that it made Nintendo look very, very kiddie, unfortunately, and I really hope they do not do that again with E3. Nintendo, like I mentioned in one of my recent videos, has definitely fallen from grace. They're not viewed as one of the, cool kids or whatever. They're not really cool anymore. So I just hope they manage to do something that makes them more respected again. Because let's be honest, people tend to make fun of Nintendo a lot more now. I feel like this started especially with the Wii era, like when they made stupid games like Wii Music, which just looked embarrassing at E3. Oh my god, to the point there's freaking jokes about that on YouTube, like memes and hilarious, awesome jokes making fun of Nintendo. Again, keyword, making fun of Nintendo. I'm all for a good parody, I love parodies, but when your E3 presentation was that bad to the point you're becoming a joke on the internet, you know you screwed up. You screwed up really bad to the point people are not respecting you and they're not respecting your presentation. So I just hope for the best for Nintendo. I hope they do something that makes them... it's gonna be a very long, gradual process. It's gonna take them a long time to get back to that point where they are seen as really, really cool again, like how Sony and Microsoft are in this day and age. But hopefully, they can start climbing up this metaphorical ladder and start climbing up to getting back to that time where people actually respected them and thought they were cool. Obviously, there's gonna be people here in this day and age who still respect Nintendo. I am one of them to an extent. I'm not afraid to make fun of them. I will call them out on their crap if they do something stupid. But at the same time, I do respect them for sticking to their beliefs and crap like that. But I just hope they do manage to make a good E3, to find a way to start slowly but steadily going up this metaphorical ladder and start becoming more cool again, and people respect Nintendo again and actually take them seriously. Because, yeah, oh my god, the puppets made them look really sad. Like, people thought they looked stupid, and it's funny. Like, people made fun of Nintendo so bad with the puppets, so I just hope they don't do something embarrassing. Or freaking E3 2008 with Wii Music. I just hope they do not do something that stupid again where they embarrass themselves. So I hope for the best for Nintendo. I hope their E3 is amazing. I hope they really blow us away. I really hope we finally get some closure. What the hell is Zelda Wii U gonna be called? And finally just answer our questions. Just answer everything for Zelda Wii U. Pokemon Sun and Moon. Show us some stuff we haven't even seen before. Just really knock it out of the park. And especially because, unlike E3 last year, this year we have not had that many Nintendo Directs. If my memory is not, failing me, we haven't had, really almost any, except for, maybe 2 or 3. They've toned it down a lot ever since Iwata sadly passed away. And then, I can understand that. He is the one who started it. That was his idea. So, hopefully, them toning it down more and not doing Nintendo Directs as much can give them some edge at E3, because I feel like that does hurt them to an extent. Because of the Nintendo Direct, we're getting so much content thrown at us and so many things from Nintendo thrown at us that you get almost desensitized to them at E3. We're just used to having so much content from them presented to the public that it's like, well, what do you got now? What are your surprises? Because you've already presented so much to us thanks to Nintendo Directs. So hopefully, since they have not done as much for the past few months, we can hopefully have surprises. Something that will make Nintendo seem awesome. And this is coming from someone who usually does not like surprises. But in this case, these are one of those few exceptions where I do like them. So I hope they do awesome. I hope Nintendo does great. I want them to have respect again and not embarrass themselves. Please, Nintendo, just don't. Do something good and not stupid and not embarrassing. Okay? So this is Esper Gaming going away, and I will see you all later. Feel free to leave your thoughts about E3 below. Goodbye.